Well, listen, we try to take care of all the problems, including your taxes and also families' problems, deciding what school their child can attend and should attend. And so I'll tell you what, in order to take care of that, let's talk about both of them. We're talking about taxes and the schools. Will you please explain now, in your official capacity, Ms. Dreckman, in your official capacity, which is what, by the way? I want to make sure that we get the right title.
I am Interim Executive Director of the Arizona School Choice Trust, which is a scholarship organization in Arizona.
School Choice Trust, school choice taxes, and school choice opportunities for people to benefit and make sure that students benefit. All of that very confusing.
Very confusing.
Can you explain
Yes.
to us, can you explain to us right now just simply what that means?
Yes, I can. In Arizona, and this is one of the reasons that I moved here actually, we have two tax credit programs. One is for individuals. They can donate up to $500 an individual and $1,000 per couple to a scholarship organization that then takes that money and gives it to families in need to go to a private school. So when they feel like their school isn't fitting their child's needs, they can send their kid to a private school.
Now, see, that sounds simple.
Yes, it is simple.
The way you explain it sounds true. This is Elizabeth Dreckman. She knows what she's talking about when it comes to this, but you and I don't, right? All of us are confused. In fact, you have come in equipped with 10 myths about this whole program.
Well, there are lots of myths about the program, and there's two different types of programs. There's an individual program. You and I can take a tax credit by donating to a scholarship organization, and those scholarships go to low-income kids. ASCT only gives to low-income children, children who couldn't otherwise transfer out of their school district or have the opportunity to go to private school.
Okay.
But there's also a corporate tax program, and corporations in Arizona can take up to their entire tax liability off their taxes dollar for dollar by donating to a scholarship organization.
That sounds like a you can't lose, everybody wins kind of a situation.
It's free to them. It's great for the kids. These are kids who couldn't otherwise get a quality education. So it is very simple.
Then why don't people do it?
I think actually we've done a pretty bad job of marketing it and not a great job of telling people about it. Another organization I've done some work for did a study a few years ago, and over 70% of people in Arizona had never even heard of this program. So that's part of my job, is going out there and telling people that this exists, can help you with your taxes, and it also benefits kids greatly.
Well, and I'm glad that we can provide the information on AZTV for you in order to take care of some myths like school choice draining funds from public schools that need it most.
Well, let me tell you, I worked for a think tank, was my first job in the school choice world, and I was an intern there, and that's why I got into this. I read a story about a family in Ohio. The mother had used her sister's address to allow her child to go to a better public school, and she was actually thrown in jail overnight because she lied about her address to get her child a better education. And that made me so angry. I'm still angry. I still have goosebumps today.
You're making me angry when you're
yes,
talking about a parent with their child's education in mind being tossed in jail because, yeah, they bend it a little bit.
That was 12 years ago. I'm still working on it today. Everybody pays taxes that go to the schools. And every parent should be able to take that money and decide, does this school fit my child's needs? Does this school? And unfortunately, the public schools don't have a problem with income. They have a problem with how they spend the money. Over 50% of the money that's spent in public schools is spent outside the classroom. Administration, all of those things that aren't books, aren't teachers, and the teachers are really struggling. I mean, teachers are buying supplies for their own classrooms, and I really sympathize with them because the money should be going into the classroom, and that's why private schools and charter schools often are able to educate kids at sometimes even half of what the public schools are paying, because they're putting the money where the kids are.
And because of this tax program, a child should be able to choose a private school?
Yes, I believe a child should be able to choose any public school, charter school, private school. This program specifically targets families that wouldn't otherwise have that choice, transferring to a private school. And ASCT serves over 120 schools. This year we have 642 kids on our program, but we have over 1,100 kids on a waiting list. And there are waiting lists at the charter schools, and it's basically an information problem. People don't understand. We can benefit by taking this tax credit. In Florida, they have a program like this, and they raise over $140 million.
And what do we raise?
We can only raise for the corporate program up to $20 million this year. And for the individual program, though, it's unlimited. And that's why, to me, it's embarrassing that we aren't serving more kids in this program, because everybody should be taking advantage
This is where you get a chance to tell everybody across the state of Arizona how they can do it as of now.
Well, we have a website. It's taxcreditsforkids.org or asct.org, and individuals can go on there. They can donate online by credit card. They can donate by check, by mailing it. And corporations, I have a page on there that explains the process. It's very simple. If they know what their tax liability is, they can send in a letter saying, we'd like to give this amount. We fill out a one-page form to the Department of Revenue. And when they approve it, if there's money under the cap, which I know there is a lot of money still under the cap available this year, which goes through the end of June, they can give basically whatever their tax liability is.
And so the kids benefit, obviously, because they have school choice. The taxpayers benefit because they get that kind of a deduction. And everybody benefits, but does an individual school benefit? Very quickly, because we're almost out of time.
Sure.
Does the money go to individual specific schools of my choice, or is it spread around the whole state?
People can designate a specific school. They cannot designate a specific child. They can designate a school. But if someone just gives to ASCT, we give to whichever kid is next on the list, on the waiting list, basically.
Okay, now listen, there it is. That's the website. Tax time just around the corner. Let's think of it as being in an hour and a half. So get to it, okay? And take care of so many children in need as a result of this. And taxpayers, of course, are always in need. You found out about it from Elizabeth Dreckman on AZTV, the McMahon Group.